Man, it's so cool. Apparently, it's like 60 degrees, like here in Northern California, in the middle of freaking July or end of July. I don't know. We're almost up to August. But anyways, that's why I'm wearing a jacket. Also, I'm wearing a hat because I don't want to show my hair. I got back from Anime Impulse / Collectors Con, and I got some stuff from both areas. Later on, I'm going to be unboxing Paragons, and also this beautiful. And also, but before that, we gotta talk about these games. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about these games right here. Man, shoot one for the thumbnail. Man, there's this sticky area here that is kind of bothering me. So we're just gonna, actually, hold on. What if I, oh yeah, okay, let me see this. Let me see, okay, let me pull this other one. Yep, this is, I guess this would do. You know, can I like, be clever with the thumbnail here? I don't know. I tried. So, we'll start off with this one. And also tell you about the history with me when it comes down to this bad boy right here. Tony Hawk's Underground was, for those that don't know, I'm a skateboarder, still a skateboarder. I don't really take that seriously at all. But I do it for fun. And it is part of my repertoire of sports. Or one of the sports. Very few sports. When it comes to ball sports, I don't really do any of that. Basketball, I tried. Soccer, there's times where I'm like, I'm thinking about it, but also I'm not interested. I did ping pong in the past. Almost went to class for it or something. Tennis, if I had some friends, you know, I have like a tennis or something of that nature, you know, for the beach and whatever. It's like a little toy or something if I'm playing with my, you know, niece and nephews. But for this one, when it comes to skateboarding, I still have my skateboards, okay? Not from a long time ago. I have skateboards. I do need to, like, you know, fix some of them up or something, but, you know. But when it comes to skateboarding, it has always been with me. Before dancing, before any of this. Yeah, it's kind of like been my inspiration in everything. You know, if you grew up in California, a lot of times, skateboarding is kind of like the number one, you know, kind of like sport or something that you get into. And pretty much for me, I, you know, got into it very much. And this is one of those instances where I'm going to be, you know, unboxing my past. Underground, listen, till this day, Underground 1 and 2 and Wasteland. F it. The whole entire Tony Hawk repertoire, okay, has always been the best when it comes to playing it. Especially knowing that we have Skater XL, we have Skate, and the Skate series is one of my favorites, of course, when it comes to skateboarding games. Nothing beats a skateboarding game. It's the perfect game for me for, you know, listening to podcasts, for you know, just cutting some time here and there. But nothing beats a physical, like, you know, I never thought I would actually even get this again. I had like games in the past, and those were so long time ago, you know, thanks to my grandma and all that. But when it comes down to these games right here, it means a lot. Me and Stefan, when we were shopping and we saw this game, I freaked out. I was like, no way. Because no one got this at the convention. No one bought this. And it was literally the only game store in there. There was no other game vendors out there. No, we only found the only game vendor in that whole entire convention. It's not really that big of a convention or anything, but it was literally like two conventions in one. Collectors Con didn't have any gaming vendors at all. Anime Impulse has literally the only gaming vendor, and it's literally behind a wall or something. And it's like, why is this behind here? Like, aren't they supposed to do, like, you know, games are kind of like a big deal. Although, you know, people would shop for their nostalgia and stuff, especially when it comes to retro games. But yeah, Tony Hawk's Underground, I still, you know, I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater X/Pro, basically the hack community version of the Tony Hawk series, you know. And pretty much it's pretty much simulated with Tony Hawk's Underground 2. And it's called THPS or THPS Pro. There we go. And that has been my go-to Tony Hawk game. If you look it up, there's ways to play it and stuff. I'm not here to really explain that here in this video because we are talking about some past games. And I didn't know this one had online. You know, this had a lot of things. the story and everything. Of course, I still remember the story just by remembering. Eric Sparrow. It's basically how Eric Sparrow is a complete, you know what I mean? Can't say it, but it just shows that Eric Sparrow is the demon, and pretty much you are the custom player, and you are trying to basically dodge his every move of ruining your skate career, and you're trying to be the best skater, and pretty much it shows that, and it does it very well. I don't know what Underground 2 did in terms of story or connected to it. I mean, it is connected, but at the same time it isn't. That's another time, another video, another topic. But for this one, come on, I had to unbox it. So we're going to unbox it. The amount of times I, have played this or rented it from Blockbuster is insane. If you know, you know. But look at that. That's a classic. That's a classic right there. I'm just picturing my old skate park and someone actually literally played this like on a portable something of a PS2. Portable PS2, not a PSP. Portable. It was weird. Like they connected what kind of technology is that? I don't know. But I still remember. It's like back in '05 or something. It's crazy. And look at that. I have a demo ad. I always like these. They have demo ads for old games too. I mean, this is old, but this is like in the same day it is or something. They show now hey, there's this other game coming out. There's a demo. Playable demo inside. Takes me back. Black and white, as usual. I don't mind that. Oh, man, they got the top skaters here. That's crazy. That is crazy. Check this out. Eric Austin is in there. I mean, shoot, they got everyone here. They got the hometowns, too. That's cool. Jeff Riley, Arto Sari. I saw that part in, what is it? If you know skateboarding, you would know all these skaters. You would know that, of course, unless it's Tony Hawk, Chad Muska being my all-time inspirations when it comes to music. Mike Vallely. Dude, Mike V is just, especially anytime I see him, I still would watch. If I feel like I want to skate, I would watch Element, one of my favorite skateboard brands. And he would just kill it. Every time I see it, I'm like, man, this brings me back. That and also Brent Ackley. Man, if you know, you know. I know Tony Hawk is around here somewhere, where is he? Of course, he's in the first. Come on, Hawk. We can't lose him, though. I'm just saying. God protect them. You know what I'm saying? Bob Burnquist. Kareem, don't get me started. Oh, my God. This takes me back. Even if you don't need to be a skateboarder to even know these people. These are legends. Keep that. And of course, they got the game. We're going to do this ASMR, taking it out as if we're about to play it. Oh, man, I forget how they do this. It's been a while. Oh, yeah. No scratches. Yeah, a few scratches, but nothing bad. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. That's everything. Man, it's like you're just, brushing through history. All that. $20 a steal. I seen in the market that costs much more. Anyways, Tony Hawk games, forever legendary. Man. And next is another nostalgia. I don't know what's up with this here. This kind of bothers me. I kind of have to clean it later. That's for sure. And clean this table. Because I'm, boxing a lot of stuff here. Let me tell you. But Gran Turismo. One of the first racing games that I have ever played. Ever. Before CTR. I played this. And $20 steal. But also, sad thing. Here's the sad part of it. And pretty much, I'll tell you the history before I get into it. I mean, Gran Turismo was mostly a game that I feel like it's either my dad or my brother played it, or somebody in the family that really likes, that's into cars, that's into car drifting, especially being from Oakland, like pretty much, cars and stuff like that till this day, it's something of a culture that I'm not really familiar with, but I know it because I hear it, I see it. I'm like, can y'all slow down? I'm trying to just get to the grocery. I'm trying not to die out here, okay? But, that's how we do in the Yay. And over here, this is one of course, PlayStation's hits. The greatest hits. Because this is Gran Turismo. I still remember that intro that they played, and it is nostalgic. Like, in all directions. Like, man, it just brings me back. The intro, it starts, it gets me that adrenaline. By the way, I have never ever played the story or the freaking campaign of this game, whatever you may call it. I never played it. The simulation, whatever, I don't know. I always played the arcade. I always played it for racing, and pretty much if I remember when I was a kid, I remember playing the racing, and I barely would complete some of the race because it is simulated to be somewhat of a race, car simulator itself, like to authentically play that. And pretty much me as a, I don't know, as a 5-year-old or something, I'm like, I don't freaking know. I don't know. I'm just here to I guess I just start crashing cars and stuff like that. That's what I was doing, I guess. That's my guess, And it's a long time ago, so of course I don't remember. But looking at these graphics, man, come on, that brings you back. I can always picture like the real authentic racing community in the Bay or in LA or anywhere here in the US looking at this and be like, yo, those were the times. Those were the times. Gran Turismo 1 and 2. The second one was banger too. But this one is nostalgic. Just looking at the cars, just looking at everything. And I was into Hot Wheels back then. And this was one of the aspects of just me getting into like, Hot Wheels or something. Well, not now, but also like as a teenager, I remember getting to that because of this. Because I played back. Because apparently I still had my PS1 back then. I don't know where it is. But we're about to unbox it. And this is the part one I want to show. Look at that. They didn't give me a freaking second CD. Or that's the first CD. Oh my God, bro. It comes with 2 CDs. This was literally back then when PS1 games, some of them have a lot of data, and they would have to give you 2 CDs to play the full story or whatever. Is it in here? No, it's not. But this is what it looks like. Look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. And also the manuals here. And I didn't know it comes straight here or something. That's kind of like a unique design. This is the first time I ever buy something with 2 CDs. A 2 CD disc case. And look at the colors on that. Bro, come on now. Peep game. That is just beautiful. All the colors, everything. Oh man, the original car designs. I remember looking at this and I pictured the intro when it starts out. Oh, bro, this takes me back. Man, I did not care when I first got it. I still remember. And of course, here it is. The Gran Turismo, the cover case right there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yep, the reference manual, and also, I don't know what you would even call this, but hey, 2 manuals is better than 1 manual. Double nostalgia. Oh my goodness, but yeah, nostalgia right there. Pure nostalgia. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hold on, fix this actually. Make this all nice and all that. Put it in its original place because we gotta do that. And for a lot of times, there's other better racing games out there, of course. But Gran Turismo would always somewhat be like, at least to me, the fodder of all those that start. I gotta clean this too. But yep, that is Gran Turismo. And also, final game unboxing. We got Crash Bandicoot 1. I always seen 2, 3, Warped. And I always seen the others. I never seen Crash 1. I never knew Crash 1 existed until like probably a few years when I started, discovering emulation and pretty much, replaying this. Or not replaying this. Basically playing this for the first time. And also replaying the other games because, how can you not? But for this one, also I like the fonts with the design back here. That's pretty cool. Just look at that. But yeah, this is the first Crash game, and pretty much I never really played this. Of course, I finished it. I did a review of it a while ago, of the whole End trilogy. But for this one, yeah, this is just, a first time opening. $30 for a reason. And it comes with both games. Hello, look at that. And it is such a different platform compared to the other. Like, I feel like it was just starting, you know what I mean? But for this one, man, what have I been missing? Wow. So black and white and everything. I don't know if you can really see it. One day I want a camera attached here. If I get more games, I want to do that. Like, show you what I'm looking at, basically. You know? And that's what it looks like. Come on, take it back. Like, there's something like, especially when it comes to games that I played already and just getting the physical one, like that sense of ownership is just, it will always play an important part. And also I gotta be careful not to break these. These PS1 cases are not, like they are easily breakable. That's all I can say, okay? So I'm gonna try to fit this in here. Can you please go inside, man? Do you go in here or something? Yes, you do. Okay. And and also it brings, it has like this ad for the second Crash, which is kind of like the first Crash I ever played. I played a lot of Crash games, especially as a kid, actually. It's kind of crazy. I actually played almost like literally every one except for Crash Bandicoot 1 as I'm holding on the PS1. I don't know why, but, this is an ad for the other game that I have over there, and pretty much I literally have the complete trilogy. I bought, Crash 4 on the eShop. I don't have the physical. It's on Switch. And also, I have 1, 2, 3. I basically have all the PS1 Crash games. So, except for CTR and Crash Bash. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to find it out there. That'll be cool, though, for the collection. But other than that, that's what it looks like, as you can see. So that's my unboxing / history of it and everything. Yep, it's just good to see these games again in the original form. It's like I'm in the past. And I feel like, to me, that's healing. See you when I see you. Live in peace. God bless.